it's not in slow motion because I really want to have a good show today. Glug, 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 glug. Hello, everybody. I hope that... Okay, I'm guilty. I went on earlier and it was all laggy-draggy. What's going on, everybody? It's your old pal Boogie Bob and Rev. I still cannot use my Prism. I don't know if it's because it's hooked up to the other phone. Guys, I used to be the YouTuber with one phone. Now I'm the YouTuber with like 11 phones. I don't know, I got phones everywhere. I gotta keep them straight. Okay, this is for my game horn. This is for Bria. By the way, shit, I can't even show you guys. Bria is looking a fashion show today. How do I even show? I can't show you guys. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I got all my shit on that phone right there. Also, I'm sitting under an air conditioner. So the little drops are going to come down. In about 10 minutes, it's going to look like I'm in a wet t-shirt contest. So I can't. What have I got to do? How do I say goodbye to what we had? For the good times that made us laugh. Somewhere Boys to Men is drawing up a cease and desist letter. I hope everybody is having a good day. It is. I don't know how those other YouTubers do it. Hi guys, it's 67 degrees Celsius and 45 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know any of that shit. It's hot. Judging by my new amazing watch, this does everything. Yesterday I had this watch take a poop for me. So the watch can actually take a poop. It is 92 degrees. Oh wait, that's my heartbeat. Body fat is 3 million. Apparently my body fat is 3 million. It's 91. How do I do that? There it is. Oh wait, it's 16. Okay, it's cold out. I missed. Shall we get on? Shall we proceed? Guys, I got Phil Clemens in here. Now, he's 6 hours ahead. It's like 3 a.m. where he's at. So everybody say good morning to Phil. And by the way, I don't know how many of you out there have kids. I know Phil's got a kid. His son is handsome. It's between Phil and his son, they're right there. They're both very handsome. Very handsome. Phil's son came to New York one time, dropped by and said hi on the show. It's a big thrill for me. I hope he comes back through. Guys, here it is. Again, it's backwards. Also, they got these big bars here where you guys are talking. It's not like that on the other one. So, it says, did allow Nukenor. Boy, maybe I'm reading that backwards. You all did nothing. This is the elderly woman who was beaten almost to death yesterday or 2 days ago by a guy on the train he beat her with her own cane. And it's quite horrific. We're going to get to that in a minute. Also very excited because next week I'm finally having my penis reduction. Of course, Bria called while I'm on the news. Sorry. I tell Bria, I'm on the news. I'm on the news. Give me 1 second, guys. Don't you just know that I have a big newscast that thousands of people depend on my news? Have you lost your marbles? Because apparently An imbecile. It's bad when the paper calls you an imbecile. An imbecile tourist damaged the 16th century fountains of Neptune in Florence, Italy. What's with all these morons damaging shit? He probably wanted a selfie. He climbed on it to take a selfie. And he broke off a piece of the marble. 16th century, guys, like 700 years ago. There is no justification against vandalism of the cultural heritage, Florence Mayor Dario Nadedler said. The man who caused about $5,400 in damages faces a hefty fine. Also damaged the horse's hoof while coming down. So you see an old ass statue and you're like, I'm gonna climb it. I believe that each one of those people should be punched in the face. I think that would stop people from doing it. Hey Jim, you should climb up there. No, I'm gonna get a fine. I'll do it anyway. How about this? Jim, if you climb up there, they're gonna punch you in the face. Well, I ain't climbing up there. It's insane. Who's gonna want to punch? Who wants to get punched in the face? The incident follows 2 tourists this summer being caught carving their names into the Roman Colosseum, and I brought you that as a Boogie Bob exclusive. This is a tough case to quack. It's about a duck. I don't know. It's a tough case to quack. Dozens of sick and dead ducks, ooh, I don't like it already, recently spotted in a Los Angeles park have locals suspecting foul play. This rider should be punched. Today is I'll Punch You Wednesday. Everybody who gets out of line should be punched, except David Jones. He's the only one who's immune from the face punch today. It looks like someone has been poisoning the ducks because they are dying slowly. Anybody who would take their time to go and feed ducks or pigeons or any other animals. I had a friend who threw Alka-Seltzers to seagulls one time because he said it would explode them, and I never talked to him again. Anybody who hurts animals is a piece of garbage. Jeffrey Dahmer started off hurting animals. Better get your bitch ass out of here. It's No Bug Wednesday. Here is this beautiful woman who was beaten mercilessly. Here's the creep with the cane, cracking it over her as she laid in the fetal position, and there she is broken on the ground. He has a rap sheet as long as a yardstick. That's 3 feet. An unhinged man captured on video ruthlessly beating a 60-year-old woman with a cane at a Harlem subway station has a lengthy rap sheet.
Still child.
Does anybody, be honest, does anybody, including Colleen, hi Colleen, does anybody believe that this person should be let out? You beat a 60-year-old woman half to death. First of all, if he went up and clubbed her, that would be bad. He hit her once. That's horrible. That's 10 years in prison. He clubbed her for 20 minutes. This guy clubbed her till he got tired. And then she's on the front page saying that you guys did nothing. Now, I don't know how easy it is to do something. I would have, you guys know me, I think I know myself. I would have did something, stabbed him, something. You all did nothing. The daughter cries after the mother was beaten by a serial. Y'all did nothing. It's very hard sometimes. I have been, I don't know, 3 or 4 fights where somebody was domestically abusing their significant other, typically a guy. And then you jump in and you're like, leave her alone, and then the girl jumps on you. It's very hard to get involved in stuff, but if you see an elderly lady getting beaten on the subway, I think that you would have to get involved. I think you'd be a pretty bad person not to. At least call 911, do something. Hitler Anthem gets a fan dust. Ooh, you guys been watching these soccer games? These soccer games and these guys, they're doing the Hitler Anthem. And don't get me started on Florida. I'm going to tell you that story in a second. This guy, I don't know, he's playing tennis. A fan was kicked out of the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Now, guys, that's in Queens. Arthur Ashe was the first African-American superstar in tennis. I think he won Wimbledon. I don't know what he won. I don't follow tennis. A fan was kicked out of the Arthur Ashe Stadium in the early hours of Tuesday morning after Alexander Zevry claimed the man said the most famous phrase there is. Oh, the most famous Hitler phrase there is. What's that? Mein Kampf? I'm not sure, but we'll get to it. While the German star emerged victorious after beating Yannick Sinner in 5 sets to land himself in the quarterfinals, the match wasn't without controversy as the pair locked into a 2-2 in the 4th set. He couldn't take it anymore and stormed over to the chair, that's the umpire, to complain about the fan's shocking remark. It's unacceptable, Zevry 26 told the umpire, who instantly turned around to ask the fan to reveal himself. Who said that? How embarrassing. Unless you are one of those creepy skinhead guys who likes the attention. Who said that? Demanded the umpire. Again, he yelled, who said that? We're going to get you out of here. Before making an announcement to the crowd urging them to respect the player, security searched the stands for several minutes before escorting out the stadium a middle-aged man while the crowd cheered and booed the fan. Cheered and booed. Isn't cheer good? Oh, I guess they're cheering because he's getting kicked out. As he walked up the steps towards the concourse. After the 5-set win, he said the man had been singing the Hitler anthem. Deutschland über alles. I don't know what that is. Which, I don't know what that is. I don't even want to repeat it. Hitler was a piece of shit. How about that? I think I can say he was a piece of shit. New Joe Biden controversy. He's apparently giving out medals of honor. Now, I saw it on the internet. He gives the medal, and then he just walks away. I don't know what happened. But of course, this is the Post, so they're going to compare him to Hitler. President Biden was accused of being a disrespectful person after he quickly exited the East room of the White House before the conclusion of the medal ceremony. Maybe he had something to do. I don't know. I'm not sticking up for him. Giving out the medals to these famous, to these men and women who put their lives on the line. I think that you should give them all respect. This one's been hard on me all night. This beautiful woman here was with Channel 1. Channel 1, if you're not from New York, it's a news channel. It's on Channel 1. It's their biggest news channel. It's the local. If you don't want to do the CNNs and all the ABCs and whatever, you go to Channel 1 and they're going to do everything New York. It's New York 1. It's called New York 1. She was with them for 20-something years. She passed away from cancer. And I watched her for a long time. She was great. She lost a battle with cancer at age 48. F cancer. How about that? F-U cancer. She was a dedicated and principled journalist to the very end. In her last week with us, she was still working on ideas for her show and sharing thoughts. Hi, Billy. Oh, that's you, Billy. Matt Gates. Matt Gates, this is the guy that was, I think he got off on a technicality. This is the guy that was, had underage girls, prostitutes, that he was allegedly sending cash out to. He's a piece of garbage. He's a Marjorie Taylor Greene. He is telling Kevin McCarthy, demanding that if he doesn't impeach, he always gets off, that's correct. He says if he doesn't impeach Biden, then they will get rid of him. Hey, I believe a president should be impeached if he did something that's impeachable. I don't believe. Sorry, guys. don't believe just because he's on the opposite aisle that anyone should be impeached. I believe he should do something to be impeached. By the way, Donald Trump was impeached twice. Burning Man! We talked about it all week. People are stuck in the mud. Well, there was a fatality. The reveler who died at the annual Burning Man festival has been identified as a 32-year-old man. Authorities announced Monday as thousands of stranded partier-goers face a snarling, hours-long traffic jam. I had a thing where I was going to open up the Hard Rock in Miami. So Hard Rock in Miami, I was doing the Hard Rocks in New York. I was going to have my new account in Miami. I was excited because I was going to Miami. The problem is I had a boss at the time. And the boss, I was running his plan at Hollywood's, but I was doing my own little Hard Rocks and stuff, which he wasn't going to approve of. So I was going to go, I'm in New York. He lived in Florida. He lived in Orlando. Kissimmee. He lived in Kissimmee. And I was going to go to Miami for 3 days, open up the Miami Hard Rock, and then fly back here. Fine, no problem. The problem was, flew to Miami. I opened the Hard Rock, and there was a storm of the century in New York. Couldn't fly in. 5 days. Airports were shut for 5 days. I was stuck in Miami on South Beach, like laying on the beach, drinking urine. Oh, not because I was thirsty. I just enjoy urine. It was horrible. I went 3 or 4 days with nothing to eat, and then we got to the airport. Finally, we're allowed to fly back. And he's calling me, hey, how's things in New York? I heard you got a bad storm. I'm like, it's horrible. Meanwhile, it's 140 degrees and I'm in Miami. Anyways, I got to the airport. I was starving. And I was laying there on the ground because everybody's trying to get a flight. I ain't slept. I got sunburn all over me. And I pulled a pair of my pants out of my luggage to lay on it like a pillow. Found $60 in my pocket, bro. $60. I think I went to Taco Bell, pizza, Burger King. I ate $60. By the way, I really want to show you the video of the feces. I want to show you the video of the feces. This was a Bria exclusive. She brought it to you yesterday. It was the shit heard around the world. It's some guy. He got explosive diarrhea on the plane. And it's a Bria exclusive. It's on TMZ. Somebody was either smart enough or gross enough to take video. Now, before you get all grossed out, it's not like close-ups of shit. I'll show it to you in a second. After this commercial. Don't get all freaked out. There's the person on the airplane. Now you have to look at the row he's filming over there. There's paper towels. They tried to cover with paper towel. Look how long it is. It's a 10-foot swath. Look on the ground right there between the seats. It's a 10-foot swath of diarrhea. And only right on the next seat you'll see, it's like a horror movie. You'll see the brown rug. It was hard to see on here. You're probably thanking me you didn't. It's 10 feet. Apparently the person had explosive diarrhea. 10 feet of explosive diarrhea down the hole. The pilot was over the middle of the Atlantic. He turned around. Can you imagine how embarrassing that would be? Guys, we got a guy shitting up and down the aisle here. His name is Steve Johnson. Steve Johnson from Oklahoma. Steve Johnson, you got a horrible shit problem here, buddy. Hi, this is Channel 2 News. Were you on the flight? I was. It was horrible. The guy's name is Steve Johnson from Oklahoma. Took a shit. I saw him, man. He pooped. It was like 10 seats long. How did he? I don't know. I don't know. I know yesterday, after I left here, me and Bria went to eat and had the most amazing Spanish food. And the first time ever, I had to call her. I mean, I had to tell her, baby, you stay and I'm leaving. I left. I had to go poop. Let's just go in the thing. I'm not going here. Are you crazy? I live 3 blocks from here. I limped home and took a poop. This is horrible. And I'm going to put up some pictures later of my poop. So make sure you join my OnlyFans. Elon Musk, it's just turned out to be such a creep. The ADL, which is the Anti-Defamation League, been around over 100 years. Jewish people started it in this country because of the anti-Semitism. So they found that on Twitter, since he took over, there's been a 70% increase in hate speech. Now, freedom of speech is free. I can say the N-word, I can say I hate Biden, I can say I love Trump, I can do whatever I want. In America, you can say whatever you want, even hate speech. I hate those type of people. I wish they'd all die. Can't do nothing. They can't do nothing to you. So hate speech and freedom of speech, tricky line, but whatever. So the ADL put out a thing saying that that since he took over, he spent $44 billion on it. It's worth like $6 billion right now. I don't know what he was doing. By the way, he's got the personality of a sofa slug. He's horrible. Anyways, he is now, since they put out a thing saying that the anti-Semitism and the racism went up, horrible racism too, went up like 70%. He's now suing them. He's suing. Instead of saying, hey, we'll work on it, he's actually suing. He's going to, Elon Musk is going to sue the Anti-Defamation League for roughly $22 billion. Look, guys, when you have a lot of money, you can sue anybody. I'm suing this park because that pigeon took a poop on it. Doesn't mean you're going to win. It just means you have lawyers to make the other side also spend money on lawyers. I have business partners all the time. They go, they can't sue us. I go, they can. They can. Machine Gun Kelly. Anybody can sue anybody in America for anything. Machine Gun Kelly, in areas with Megan Fox. Machine Gun Kelly performed last night at the Hard Rock. What's up, Blair? He performed at the Hard Rock Hotel last night, and I was not invited. 600 people, they said, Bob, we don't want coat check. I guess because it was really hot, and he's a kind of a punk rocker guy kind of guy, and maybe nobody has back. I don't know what they didn't use my service. A little disappointed in that. Sons of bitches. Joe Jonas. He's getting a divorce. Guy's worth $100 million. He's super handsome. He should be tap dancing his way to the lawyer's office right now. Oh, to be young and wealthy and divorced. This right here, guys, is Helena Christensen, the former supermodel. She's still going. She's got to be 60. Closing in on it. Her golden hour in the garden of Catskill home. Now, I took a golden shower in college. It wasn't what I thought it was. It wasn't what I expected. Oh, God, bro. Here's the guy. Here's the teacher. Hi, Steve. Here's your new teacher. This is a man who identifies as a woman, or at least there he is driving his car as a guy on the way to school. And he identifies as a woman. Fine. He wears Z-cup plastic. Z-cup. Obviously, he's mentally ill. To each his own. I'm not hating on the guy. I'm just by that. Chest for show. Canadian teacher Kayla Lamoux, who stirred ire last year wearing Z-cup prosthetics, arrives at her new school Tuesday. I would say this person is mentally ill. Painful ops, oops for mom. Why do these people get away with writing these headlines? Someone try to tell me what this headline is about. You want me to get that for you? You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Painful ops, oops for mom. I'm going to think it's some kind of operation gone wrong on a woman. A woman complaining of chronic pain found she had a dinner plate-sized surgical tool in her abdomen. This is a dinner-sized plate. Brother, you want me to? Oh, you got it. This is a dinner-sized plate. This is a small plate. This is the kind that gives you at the Golden Corral. I need a big-ass plate. Could you imagine? Hey Bob, how'd your operation go? Oh, it went pretty good. I don't know, it feels a little weird right here. I just have this dinner-sized plate, surgical item, still inside me. First of all, what the hell do they put? Oh, it must be gauze or something. It can't be. Painful ops, oops for ma. Hey, how's your grandma? Oh, she's not good. She had a painful ops oops for my mom. She had a dinner plate-sized surgical tool in her abdomen for more than a year after a C-section. An extra-large Alexis wound retractor, otherwise known as an AWR in the business. A device used to draw back the edges of a wound. It's like a big-ass clamp-looking thing. During surgery, was left inside the mother's body after her delivery. The patient suffered agonizing pain. I guarantee you the lawyer wrote this. It was agonizing. Ooh, it was horrible. Well, we have pictures of her in Cancun. And she seemed to be jumping rope on the beach. Well, yeah, but she was in a lot of pain when she jumped that rope. Plus, she can't sleep at night, and her husband refuses to have sex. That lawyer's going to trust me. He's going to do everything in the book. The patient suffered agonizing pain for 18 months until the AWR was discovered and finally removed. Yeah, I had surgery yesterday. How'd it go? Oh, I don't know, but my Coke bottle's missing. You know what I'm saying? I got a Coke bottle, a titty. Come on, bro. I'm using props. Today I'm using props. By the way, today is still Wednesday, punch you in the face day. This doctor who left the AWR in her should be punched. That's fast. Let's see. What do we got going here? Murdaugh, he wrote. I brought you the story of Murdaugh, the biggest creep in the world. He shot and killed his son and his wife to get out of money problems. He was convicted. Now, he might be getting a retrial. They're saying that somebody that worked at the courthouse was telling the jury, don't believe him, he lies a lot. I've known him since he was a kid. All because this person was supposedly writing a book about the case. They did not want him to be found free or the book wouldn't sell. Attorneys for convicted killer Alex Murdaugh have requested a new trial, claiming a court clerk tampered with the jury by advising them not to believe a word he said. Colleen County. South Carolina clerk. Colleton County. South Carolina clerk Rebecca Hill violated his amendment rights. Sorry guys, I think I got a damn bug in my eyelid. Talk amongst yourselves while I rub my eye down to the blood. I don't know about you, but I want to go to Cancun. And I want to be with my significant other. And I want to just sit on that plane and relax as a guy takes explosive diarrhea shit all down the side of my aisle. That would be fun. That, come on. They said that he tried to write to a fair and impartial jury when she advised jurors during the double murder trial not to be misled by the defense. First of all, if she works here, she needs to keep her mouth. Can't tell people to believe him or not believe him. When Murdaugh took the stand several weeks into the trial, Hill told jurors, "Look at his actions. Can't you just tell he's lying?" She should go to prison for that. And he should get a retrial if that's somebody that works at the courthouse saying that. I understood this to mean that Mr. Murdaugh would lie when he testified, said juror number 630. Even the jurors on his side. She voted guilty because I felt pressured by other jurors. Also, one time, me and my husband took a beautiful vacation to Cancun where a man shit all down the aisle. It was very romantic. I think this juror's probably crazy. San Francisco whirlwind tour declined. Okay, so I'm telling you now, if you go to San Francisco, that's my turf. I'm a Bay Area boy. The worst thing going on in San Francisco right now is all the kids have these gloves. In the glove, they have this little, they push a button or whatever, they go up and they just touch the window of your car, and your car shatters. They go to the back window, they go whoop, and they take your luggage. They go to the beaches. They go to the resorts. They go to Coit Tower. They go to Fisherman's Wharf. They pull up in a car. Someone's driving. The kid goes out and goes, whoop! The window shatters as soon as he touches it. He reaches in, takes your suitcases, and they pull off. This has been going on in San Francisco for the last 2 or 3 years. It's hundreds a day. And it's worse than the shoplifting kids who go in and steal a bunch of shit. They go up, whoop, take the shit out. What they're doing now is people think, well, I'll put it in my trunk. No. They go up and they break the back window, side window. They reach in and they either the new SUVs have the little lever to pull your seat and they reach and take your suitcase that way, or they pop the front door and pop your thing. San Francisco whirlwind tour of crime, and I don't even know if this is what the story's about, but I'm telling you, it happened to a lot of my friends. 2 different groups of tourists had their belongings stolen, including their passports from their cars during a broad daylight smash and grab as they briefly visited the beach. Honey, what'd you do when you went to San Francisco? Oh, it was so beautiful. We went to Stinson Beach, and that you right below the Golden Gate. And there's sea lions and there's waves and it's just really beautiful and it's just such a beautiful city. Oh, and we also got all of our luggage stolen and our passports. We had to sleep on the street for 3 weeks. Other than that, pretty good. Pretty good. This is what they're doing now. This is a Russian general. There he is. He looked like a damn Russian general. Look at his phone. He was seriously injured. They put explosives in the phone. Hello, bang. That's the oldest okey doke in the book. You can see there's a damn bomb. What is this, Wile E. Coyote? There's a bomb on his phone. I don't think he can answer it. Guys, I try to teach on this channel. If you go home and there's a picture of a bomb on your phone, don't answer. I would. Mark Meadows. I don't know. He wrote a thing saying, I'm not guilty, so I shouldn't have to go to court. Lee Harvey Oswald did the same thing. I'm not guilty. Donald Trump's campaign may have violated the United States copyright law by selling merchandise featuring the mugshot. You don't own it. You don't own it. And his mugshot, Donald Trump has videos now holding it. He goes, guys, get him while I got him. Look, and here's my mugshot, his t-shirts and stuff. And he goes, never surrender. Well, motherfucker, you surrendered. You did surrender. It should say, I surrendered. Can't even get the shirt right. By the way, he's 6'3" and weighs 215 pounds of solid muscle. Does everybody remember like 5 years ago when that crazy doctor with the wild hair? He was Donald Trump's doctor. He goes, Donald Trump is in the greatest shape of anyone I've ever did a results on. And I've been doing it for 30 years. He is an Adonis. He's a god. This is what the doctor went on and on about. Donald Trump is in the greatest shape of any cadaver I've ever. George Santos. Here's your, bring this guy home to meet your mom. George Santos, the biggest liar in the history of Earth. He lied about the lies he lied about. Could Lyon, Long Island Representative George Santos be close to a plea deal? I hope he does 10 years. Not about him lying on his resume, everybody does that. About him having that poor veteran's dog killed when he took up a GoFundMe for the dog, and they raised $2,600 for the operation, and he disappeared with the money. He bought a Louis Vuitton scarf while the dog died a horrible death. Could Lyon, blah, blah, blah. Brooklyn federal prosecutors on Tuesday asked to push back the embattled Republicans' next court appearance when both sides huddled to discuss as possible. I feel bad. First of all, his mom was killed at 9/11, even though she died 14 years later. His grandparents were killed in the Holocaust, even though they're from Rio de Janeiro. Rip, I think this might be our first good story of the day. Rip Tide victim. Shore is lucky. Okay, guys, you go out into the beach. You're walking in the beach. You're about 50 feet from the sand. You're just out there. The water's only up to your waist. The water's coming into the beach, but it's also going back out into the ocean, and that is the rip tide. They get you sometimes, and you're stuck. You can start getting yanked out into the ocean. If that happens to you, walk sideways. Walk along the beach in the water. You'll get out of the rip tide. Don't fight it. You can't fight an ocean, bro. You can't fight a mighty ocean. A Marine veteran rushed into the Atlantic Ocean to rescue a swimmer who was trapped in a riptide along the Jersey shore, where dangerous conditions killed 2 people over Labor Day. Stephen Hauser, 35, was filming himself surfing on Long Beach Island with his family when he spotted a swimmer, Gabe McCabe, struggling. The video footage shows people swimming away from the riptide. But not old Gabe McCabe. His ass was trapped. Thank God Stephen Hauser rescued him. It says that the victim was brought onto the beach where he was quickly robbed and stabbed by a lifeguard. It's a pretty rough beach there in Jersey Shore. All right. I do never, ever, ever take pleasure in people going to prison. Been there, done that. It is not a nice place. It's a dangerous place. I was almost killed 6 different times in my jail days. Every time I went, because I got a loud mouth. One day I'll do a Boogie Bob tour. One day I'll do a Boogie Bob jail story show. I have a bunch. I was almost stabbed several times. I did get into several fist fights. I did watch a guy hang himself. I saw a whole bunch of horrible stuff in jail. And, plus the anal is not fun in jail. Anal is, I don't care what they tell you, anal in jail is not fun. This guy deserves all 22 years. That's the Proud Boy. Now, on the internet, they're like, wait a minute, he's black. Yes. Proud Boy, allegedly, is not a racist organization. They're just an organization that wants to overthrow the government. At least they tried to. When Trump told them that he was robbed of the election, they gained prominence when during the debate with Biden as he ran for president. They said, will you condemn some of these neo-Nazi groups? Donald Trump said, name one. And then they said, Proud Boys. He goes, Proud Boys, stand down and stand back. Wait and stop, whatever the hell he said. He didn't say he condemned it. He said, stand down and stand back. It gave them a national spotlight. They sold millions of dollars worth of shirts. Anyways, this was the leader, this Mateo guy, whatever his name is. He has now got 22 years in prison. By the way, he was the only leader of the group that wasn't there that day. You know that. His name is Enrique. They call him Enrique. Terrio. He's always really tough guy. He always wore these shirts saying, I got that thing on me. Cried like a bitch. I don't blame him. 22 years. Cried to the judge, please, Your Honor, I didn't mean to hurt anybody. All 5 or 6. He's the last one to be sentenced for the Proud Boys. All 5 or 6 that have been sentenced so far all did the same thing. Your Honor, I didn't mean to hurt anybody. And the one before him that got sentenced last week, he's like, Your Honor, I learned my lesson. Your Honor gave him 17 years. And he goes, so Trump won. Screw you, I was lying. Trump won. I didn't learn no lesson. Anyways, this guy cried like the others. I'm not making fun of him for crying. I cried too, 22 years. Told the judge, please, Your Honor, I was misguided and I was wrong. He actually wasn't even there at the Capitol. He was actually busted for guns and stuff, bringing to D.C. a week before, was actually kicked out of D.C. Warned by a judge, do not be in D.C. So he wasn't there. And he still, with all the stuff they did, he was calling the shots. He still was sentenced to 22 years behind bars. And if Trump is elected, Trump said he will pardon him. There was a brawl aboard the A train. That's a regular old Tuesday. Why is this in the paper? A 59-year-old woman was attacked on board a Manhattan train Tuesday in a fight with a group of strangers that spilled out onto the platform. Are they going to say the word strap hanger in this? I think they might. They say strap hanger every time it's a subway story in the Post. The victim was riding a southbound train, A train, approaching the 23rd Street train station in Chelsea around 3:30 a.m. That's not. Don't do that. You ever get on a train at 3:30 a.m.? First of all, it's empty. Second of all, the only person on there looks like he wants to stab you. When the argument broke out with passengers, don't talk to nobody, bro. They ask you the time telling your watch is dead. Don't talk to nobody. The exchange of words soon turned into a physical fight with the woman being assaulted by the group. Police could not provide further details. The suspect fled after the assault. The victim says, I usually enjoy riding the train. At least on the train, there's not that many people causing explosive diarrhea like in the plane. Let's do it. Relax. Let's do it. Something, get to it. Relax. Let's just see. Let's let fate. Let's let fate deal with it. It is Sagittarius. Sag gang, stand up. Oh, bro, you a bad one, son. That little dragonfly tattoo on her arm. Although you, Sagittarius, are now within touching distance of an object. That's nasty. Stop it, RJ. Wait till the show's over, RJ. Although you, RJ, are now within touching distance of an object you may have been working towards for ages. At least since he was 15. At least. You don't seem entirely convinced you deserve to possess it. Ooh. RJ, if you're thinking of sexual reassignment surgery, be careful, my friend. I'm going to start from the beginning, because I chopped this off. Although you are now within touching distance of an object you have been working towards for ages, you don't seem entirely convinced you deserve to possess it. It's not like you to be this negative. So put those doubts behind you and grab it with both hands. RJ. Both hands? Holy smoke. That's crazy. Hold on, guys. I have to drink this Coke. Both hands? I gotta write a letter later. RJ, very impressive, my friend. Virgo, relax, don't do it. RJ got to get through it. Virgo, you may have faith in your own abilities, but how do you persuade other people that you know what you are doing? The best way, in fact, the only way now, is to lead by example. Let friends and colleagues see your leadership abilities at work. I concur. Somebody look up the word concur. I think I concur. Now, I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to say it is Leo. It's right on. I'm going to go Leo. I just guessed. It's Leo and Cancer. We're getting a double whammy today. Leo and Cancer for the price of one. Leo. Today's Sun Mercury link in the financial area of your chart will incline you to take risks with money, but as a Mercury is still moving in retrograde, you must make sure those risks are not in any way reckless. If they are, it could prove costly. Cancer. Other people want to believe that you know what you are talking about, and you must not disappoint them before you deliver some sort of lecture or speech. Today, you must do your homework and make sure you know all the facts. Last one. Now, guys, this is a contest. If it lands on the one I pick, everyone. Free blowjobs. Everyone. I'm going to say Libra. Okay, that's sticky. Hold on. It was so smooth earlier. There we go. All right. Libra. Oh my God. Does that say Libra? Everybody gets a blowjob. Rev, I want you to contact every single person. I don't know if it's going to be a guy or a girl. I can't. That I don't have control of. I'm really not happy about it landing on Libra, to be honest with you. I don't get to participate. It's my game. I'm very unhappy about that. I had a 1 in 12 chance of not delivering the free blowjobs. And now I gotta deliver 49 blowjobs. That's insane. Rev, I need your help on this one, buddy. Libra, you are unlikely to be in a sociable mood today, and anyone who violates your personal space will regret it. By the end of the week, you will be the life and soul of the party again, but for now, just keep to yourself and enjoy the solitude. Libra sounds like Libra got a chill. I apologize about the whole blowjob fiasco. This day will live in infamy. Where were you back in September 6th, 2023? You mean blowjob day? Oh, I'll never forget it. I was at my son's christening when I got the note that all 49 people on the Boogie Bob show got blowjobs. It's a fiasco. It's horrible. About 4 or 5 of you going, yes. Yeah. All right, we're gonna get off of. I don't know what happened there, man. We ruined the whole thing. Famous birthdays. And today is what, the 6th? Where were you back on September 6th? I remember where I was when Kennedy got shot. I remember where I was on 9/11 and the space shuttle. Oh yeah, Blowjob Wednesday? Yeah, that was a pretty bad day for me. My grandma was sick. Blowjob Wednesday will live in infamy. All right, here we go. Here we go. September 6th, birthdays. Little Xan's a little piece of shit. His name should be Little Shitbag. This is one of those douchebags that your kids are probably listening to. He was a SoundCloud rapper. Made millions of dollars. This horrible, pathetic. He's one of the little face-tatted douchebags. But he destroyed his whole career. Someone said, what do you think of Tupac? He goes, he's horrible, he's boring. And the whole world turned against him. He could have his own opinion. Tupac boring? He's coming from a little douche? Alright, who else do we got here? Let's see if anybody's famous today. Ladies, it's Idris Elba Day. Look at that. Look at that handsome hunk. He often plays a bad guy or a tough guy on American films, but he's British. It's so funny when you see a guy who's in a film like, yo, I'll kill all you bitches. And then you see him do an interview at the premiere. He's like, good morning, top of the day to y'all. I don't do good accent. I sound like a Lucky Charm all of a sudden. Shout out to Idris Elba, 51 years old. Good for you, Playboy. Braun Strowman. Absolute, that's the worst picture ever. Picture with that mask on. He's a monstrous, huge wrestler. I don't care. Let's see. I think it's going to be a really shitty day. Foxy Brown. Oh, I love these. She was straight up. Brooklyn's in the house. One of the best female rappers of all time. I don't like the male-female title, but she's not one of the best rappers of all time. But if you had to say it from female standpoint, she was. There was nobody wanted with her. Her and, of course, her and Queen Latifah had a huge beef. Her and Lil Kim had another huge beef. She turned out to be a raging mean person, and she went deaf. When she went deaf, she started just lashing out. She threw an iron from an ironing board at a maid at a hotel. Her whole career went downhill from there, but God bless her. I still like to get her number if possible. Roger Waters. Pink Floyd's in the house. Now, I love Roger Waters. Brilliant artist. Plays the bass, plays guitar, keyboard, writer, singer. Us, and them. Who knows who is who? It's just we're ordinary men. Pink Floyd. Like, Boogie Bob, what the hell are you doing? Money! Keep your hand off my stash. Roger Waters broke most of the wall, but he turned out to be this psychopath. I believe he likes Hitler. I'm not sure. He got a whole bunch of his shows canceled. Shine On You Crazy Diamond, one of my all-time favorites. Bass player, composer, vocalist, frontman of the English rock group. Now, I didn't consider him the frontman, but some people do. He was just in a whole lot of trouble. The whole something to do with Hitler and the vaccine. And, I don't care. Let's see, who else we got? Nobody. This is probably the worst birthdays we've ever done. Can we pull it out with death days? Can we pull it out with death? Let's see. Hey, what's up, player? How are you feeling? You look good, baby. You look good. All right, my friend. He's been on my show a bunch of times. Old guy. He just calls me amigo. I call him Carnell. He got diagnosed with cancer. Every time he's at the store, I walk in, I see him. He's never paid once. I tell him, your money's no good here, my friend. Famous deaths on September 6th. Oh boy. I've met everybody. My selfie game's strong, and all my workers say, Bob, why don't you take selfies when you have these big actors? I don't. Martha Stewart. I should have got one with Martha Stewart. But I just don't do it anymore. I was never a selfie guy. I was just around them so much. And if I had a camera, there was no cell phones with Muhammad Ali when I got three and a video with Muhammad Ali. So I don't do the selfie thing. Unless it's somebody really great. I would have loved to have one with him. I consider him one of the coolest human beings who ever lived. Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds was a college football superstar. He went on to become this super tough guy actor. And if you haven't seen Deliverance, check out Deliverance. I thought he was fantastic in that. Then he did Smokey and the Bandit. And then he started doing these Sharky's Machine and a couple of Hooper. And then he got some of those movies were just unwatchable. Listen, nobody loves Bruce Willis more than I do, but his last 50 movies I have not watched. I was a huge Steven Seagal fan, but his last 30 movies I couldn't. Nick Cage. I can go, oh my God, this movie sounds amazing. Who's in it? Oh, it's Nick Cage. No thanks. I can't do it. Burt Reynolds. Veteran actor who starred in the 70s films Deliverance, The Longest Yard. He was amazing in that. Oh, Boogie Nights was fantastic. Boogie Nights was fantastic. And it got him critical acclaim because he was always the actor who did the tough guy thing. In Boogie Nights, he's vulnerable, he is tough, but he's not the tough, I'll kick your ass guy. He's an old Asian porn director guy, or porn owner guy, and he was very vulnerable, and you could really see, wow, Burt Reynolds could act. I think he was nominated for something for that. I wish he would have won an Academy Award before he passed. He earned a football scholarship at Florida State University where he became roommates with Lee Corso. What the hell is that? Trivia, 2012, he guest starred as himself in an episode of Archer. What the hell is that? He was married to Lonnie Anderson. Oh my God, my dad would walk around in his pajamas, and if WKRP in Cincinnati was on, he'd pop a boner. Everybody loves Lonnie Anderson. Woo! Forget about it. He appeared alongside Sally Field in the classic comedy film Smokey and the Bandit. Shout out to Burt Reynolds. This was really sad. I talked about it all the time. I actually met him. He's a very nice guy. This is a New Yorker. He was Omar from The Wire, but he was Michael K. Williams. He had the whole thing. He was Chalky White on the damn Boardwalk Empire. He was brilliant. He was going places. He could not kick his heroin addiction. Dramatic actor, best known for playing shotgun thug Omar from The Wire. He also played Chalky White on Boardwalk Empire. I just said all that. He was in the miniseries When They See Us. He appeared in such films as 12 Years a Slave, The Road, Kill the Messenger, Inherent Vice, and Ghostbusters. He was brilliant. They never talk about here when they die of something that they never tell you here, but I can tell you off memory. that he got some fentanyl and he died. Does anybody here know anybody who ever saw Pavarotti in concert? Oh, me! Rev, that'd be a great one to put up. It's not great footage. I just moved to New York. Pavarotti performed on the Great Lawn. I went. I filmed. There's no cell phones. I had a big ass camcorder on my back. And I was deep. But I did film Pavarotti in Central Park. It was great. Italian operatic tenor, best known for his performances with Spanish singers Placido Domingo and Jose Canseco, Jose Carreras. Together they were given the name the Three Tenors. He was brilliant. He was really, really brilliant. We've got some heavy hitters here. I'm still going. Lou Brock. Oh, I love Lou Brock as a child. He was one of my first heroes. Lou Brock played for the St. Louis Cardinals. I don't know nothing else about him. He was a base dealer. That's what he did. Ernest Tubb. He's one of those country singer guys. Tom Fogerty. Now, I have a relation to Tom Fogerty. He was a guitarist and co-founder of the swamp rock group. I've never heard him called that before. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Bob, what do you know about Creedence Clearwater Revival? Well, that's because they're from the Bay Area. You know something? Down here at the courthouse, out here on the street, we got a whole... Hey, brother, how are you, man? That was written about the courthouse in Fairfield, California. Bitches. Sorry, I apologize. They were all over Fairfield, Vacaville, and many of their songs were written. They had one of their best songs was I went on a plane to Nova Scotia and a guy had explosive diarrhea, shit all over the... That's a good one. I don't know, it's kind of unreleased, so I don't know if you've seen that one, but it's about a guy taking a poop. Before fame, his band Spiderweb and the Insects was signed by Delphi Records, where they dissolved before coming out with an album. Jerry Garcia from the Grateful Dead, I also met him, was a session musician on Fogerty's album Excalibur. They had some really, really, really big hits. I'm just going around the dial. I don't know any of these guys. A bunch of old ass guys. Let's see if we, United flights have been grounded. More than 200 United Airlines flights were grounded when a guy took a shit all over every airplane. This guy is all over the place. I don't know what he's doing. Down here on the corner, out here on the street, written about my courthouse in Fairfield, California. More than 200 United States Airlines have been, flights were delayed Tuesday after the company grounded its fleet because of a computer glitch. So I was wrong when I said the guy shit on all those planes. It was a computer glitch. This is the biggest story in New York. Look who it is. Aaron Rodgers. Certainly going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback. He has been on Green Bay for the last whole career. He is now he's a Jet. He's a Jet now. Everybody's picking the Jets to go to the playoffs. He is a great quarterback. He's also one of those anti-masker, the government's out to kill us with the vax. One of those guys. I think that's all she wrote. Look, every single page is about him. Here is Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. He's got the green sweater on. Hey, everybody. Today we're going to play football. Would you like to be my neighbor? Won't you be my neighbor? No, I hate his guts. I'm a Niner fan. I don't like this guy. I think that's all she wrote. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I ask you all to please be kind and loving to each other. Be good to yourself because you deserve it. And I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you for tuning in. Looking at my brand new dope-ass watch. It's time that I get out of here. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. God bless you, Valerie. Hi, Billy. Thank you so much. RJ. Stop it. Nyan, thank you. Rev, you are the best. Kevin Butler, also known as Bevan Cutler. Thank you, Bevan Cutler. I appreciate you. Guys, if you want to feed the homeless, there is a link right there. You click on it. I am more than happy to give the guy a slice of pizza and say, this is from RJ in Denver. Who? I go, you don't know. Bought you a slice of pizza. Colleen, I love you, boo. God bless you. Thank you so much. Carrie. Hi, Carrie. I didn't see Carrie. Why didn't someone tell me Carrie was here? I would have put my chain out. Damn it. Rev, you gotta do better. You gotta do better. Carrie's here the whole show. I didn't even know. I'm saying bye to 5 more people. Tammany. Tammany, the mom of the channel. Everybody loves Tammany. I love Tammany. God bless you. Thank you so much. Tammany, I love your little dogs. I saw some pictures of your dogs like this. Little tiny kitties. Rev. David Young. David Young's one of the greatest human beings of all time. He makes you guys look like pieces of crap. I'm sorry I said that out loud. I apologize. Treaton's better than David Young. Compared to David Young, Treaton's a piece of crap. No, I said that backwards. Compared to Treaton, David Young's a piece of crap. Kevin Butler, you better stop it. Don't. Rev, refund him immediately. Kevin Butler, stop it. God bless you and thank you so much. I appreciate you all very much. Ambrose, God bless you. RJ, Kevin Butler, you better stop it. Thank you guys. I love you all. You kind of love each other. And Bria. I broke up with Bria again yesterday. I break up with her because makeup sex. I heard it's good. I looked it up on the computer. They said it was good.